welcome everyone. So today I'm going to show you how you can create agents using Agent Studio at Dume AI. So the reason why you should be creating agents is when you want to perform a very specific task, or you want your agents to have a very limited or a very in-depth knowledge about the use case that you're trying to solve. So that is when you can use Agent Studio to create agents that have in-depth knowledge or in-depth context about your problem statement, and they can help you solve them very quickly. So to get started, there are two ways how you can create agents. The first one is creating without AI, where you'll have to fill this form manually, and the other option that we have provided is you can just like tell your requirements, and the AI will try to fulfill all the details that are required by the agent on its own. So I'll just give you a brief overview on what you need to fill. So the first thing you need to fill is the agent name and what does the agent does. So here you need to go in depth and tell the agent on what is the use case it is built for and what is the problem it is trying to solve. And you can also provide some context to it over here on the use case. And then you also need to provide some skills that the agent needs to have to be able to perform that. So this will help the agent understand better on what kind of output you are seeking. So you need to specify those skills over here, and here you need to specify how the agent should behave, whether how the responses should be. Should it be friendly, should it be professional, should it be technical? So you need to specify over here like what kind of behavior you are expecting from your agent. Last but not the least, here you need to specify the tools that your agents can use. So as you can see here, your agents can use the tools or the integrations that you have already integrated. So in my case, I have already integrated these tools, and I can give my agents access to these tools so that they can perform while completing the use case, they will be having access to these tools. And similarly, you also have some custom tools that we provide out of the box that doesn't require any integration, unlike these tools where you need to go and manually link your account. So we provide tools like creating a pie chart, creating a bar chart, or doing a web search, or scraping any particular URL, or sending an email alert or a notification. So we provide these tools out of the box, and you can use them in your agent as well. And last but not the least, we have the workflow selection feature as well. So you can also select a bunch of workflows that your agents can use, and these workflows are created by other people. You can simply clone them and use them for your own benefit. So let's get started. In our case, we are going to build a workflow that is going to find competitors for our business, and to do that, it is going to use one of the workflow that is already public, and we can clone that. And it is going to use the competitor finder workflow, and it is going to find competitors for us for our business, and it's also going to compare the features and offerings provided by our competitors and between us. And it is going to give you a brief overview on what are our competitors offering. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go ahead and clone the workflow. So I'm going to go to the workflow tab, and I'm going to go to the public workflows. Here you can see the competitor finder, which was created by someone else, and you can simply go ahead and clone this. So once you clone this, you can see the entire workflow is loaded, and you have cloned this workflow into your own account, and you can also edit it and modify it as per your requirement. And this workflow actually works fine, so we don't need to modify anything in this, and we just simply need to go here and publish it. So once you publish it, and it stays as private, and your workflows and your chat window has access to this workflow now. So your agents and your chat windows can access this workflow now, and they can simply call this workflow using @competitor finder, and they'll be able to call this workflow. They just need to specify the inputs that is required by this workflow in the chat, and this workflow will execute, and they'll be able to see the output which is coming from you. Alright, so moving on, now since we have already cloned this workflow, and we have also published it, it should be available by our agents. So now let's go ahead and create an agent. So we'll go to the agent and we'll just click on create using AI, and here I'm going to put a very simple requirement that I need a competitor finder workflow. I'm going to hit generate agent, and as you can see, it is filling all the details that is required by the agent based on the prompt which we have provided. For example, the agent name is going to be competitor finder, and is going to identify and analyze the competitors that we have within a specific industry and provide insights into market positioning and strategic advantages. So this is going to be the main skill of the agent, which is going to be market research analyst, and this is how the agent should behave. You should do a web search, web scrape, and stuff like this. You should also do a SWOT analysis if possible. And yeah, so these are the instructions that we have provided to our agent. Also, as you can see, it has not found the competitor finder workflow over here, so we need to add that manually. I'm simply going to go over here, go to workflow, and select competitor finder. And yeah, and the other things I don't think they will be required, although they are suggested by AI, but most of it won't be required. And that's it. Yeah, since we have a competitor finder that already does all the jobs of searching from different websites and doing all of that stuff, so we don't need another tool that is going to do the same thing like searching for any query. Alright, let's go ahead and create hit create agent, and once the agent is created successfully, you can use the agent. So once you use the agent, you can see that you have a drop down over here on it is not a generic chat, and you're now chatting with your agent, which has access to your workflows, specifically the competitor finder workflow. So here I am just going to tell the agent to find workflows for me, to find a competitor for me. So I'm just going to give it a prompt like find competitor for, let's say, Adobe, and Adobe, and URL is I'm just going to specify the URL of adobe.com, and it's going to go ahead and search for this company called Adobe, and I'm going to go to the landing page of adobe.com, and it's going to find all the features they offer, and then it's going to find competitors, and it's going to compare the features between these two companies and give us an overview. So also you also need to specify the workflow over here, but I'm hoping the agent will be able to guess it. Let's go ahead and hit this. Alright, so as you can see, the workflow has started running, and we have also provided the company details. Now it is scraping the URL that we have provided, and it will take some time also on its own to figure out what this company does, and then it's going to go ahead and find similar company that do the same thing, and then it's going to compare between them. So now it is listing down all the competitors and it is going through them. You can also click on any of this and see the outputs of what was returned. So as you can see, this is what it was able to find, all the features this adobe.com offers, such as Adobe Fireflies, Creative Cloud, online PDF tools and stuff. Now it is going ahead and finding competitors for it. Let's give it some time. Alright, now it is just summarizing all the output. So here is a detailed output on all the for example, Adobe has competitors such as Lovart AI and Canva, and it is just displaying the differences and the features offered by each of them. And yeah, so this is how you can create agents that do some specific task and are helpful for some specific use case. So your agents will also be visible over here, and you can easily go to this and switch to them, and wherever you want to come back to the normal generic chat without agent, you can click on ask AI, and this will change to the Dume AI chat box. Alright, so this was all about Agent Studio on how you can create agents for your specific use case. See you in the next tutorial. Thank you.